During PATRIOT North 2016 disaster response exercise, security forces airmen from National Guard units out of Georgia and Illinois paired up with local law enforcement personnel and the Salvation Army to check on residents of a town that was destroyed by a supercell storm. Fort McCoy's mobile urban training site, known as Mutts South, played a role as the decimated city. The scenarios faced included distraught townspeople, medical emergencies, a chlorine gas leak, an active shooter, and culminated in the response to a civil disturbance.
It gives it an element of realism, gets the thought process going as people are moving through here and they're subjected to different scenarios that perhaps they weren't anticipating. It gives them a baseline on when this could actually happen. It gives our guys immeasurable training, so that way they have an idea of what a disaster response could look like, what they'll have to do, what their roles and responsibilities will be, and overall just gives everybody a big picture of that collaboration and that coordination of coming together and understanding who's got what role and what we'll be doing in a real world scenario. This is about as real as it gets, other than having the real thing. I mean, there's so many moving parts, so many elements and people involved. Getting to see the big picture is going to be huge for some of these guys that's never experienced anything like this before.
The Salvation Army was on site to provide spiritual and emotional counseling to the victims of the simulated disaster. They also provided lunch to the participants of the exercise.
Each of us within the Salvation Army, we've been trained that if we're in conversation with somebody and we see somebody's distressed, we usually refer them to the chaplains, and they're there just to listen. They're mainly there to listen, and how can they help? Maybe it's somebody that's stressed because they saw a body and they really didn't know how to handle that, and they just need some time out and someone to talk to.
The local law enforcement officers were in the lead, controlling the operations, while the National Guard provided an augmented manpower. The overall scenario provided a realistic demonstration on what to expect while assisting communities who have been affected by a large-scale natural disaster.
No, I'm just appreciative of the National Guard inviting us in, let us be part of the team, and this is my first time being invited to a drill like this, and I've been on regular disaster sites, and so they're not much different.
This is Tech Sergeant Andrew Lee Jackson reporting from Fort McCoy with PATRIOT North 2016.
Do you know which way they went?